So here we go then, the riders on the circuit for the opening heat of this Elite League A clash between the Silver Machine and the Panthers of Peterborough. And, well, Silver Machine, one home defeat so far. Peterborough going very, very nicely, thank you. And they will fancy their chances of getting a result here tonight. So, Peter Karlson rides in green. Jonas Kylmakorpi is the rider in yellow for the Panthers. Greg Hancock, Travis Mcgowan for the home side. That's how they line up then for heat number 1. So the riders getting ready to go. Starley Marshall gives the signal. Green light is on and away they go in a very even start, but it's a good one off the inside from Hancock. Hancock goes in front. You see the track is pretty wet. Second place at the moment. Kylmakorpi coming through. It is Karlson on the inside. Kylmakorpi on the outside, but Hancock in front for the Silver Machine. Round that first and second turn once again. Oh, and problems there for Hancock, whose machine has stopped. And a gift here for the Panthers. So it is Hancock out of the race. Karlson takes over the lead. Kylmakorpi's behind him. Third place there, Travis Mcgowan. The track very, very heavy. Well, we had rain until 7:30, and it was only after the track inspection we've had a 30-minute delay. But racing is underway. The captains agreeing on that decision. So down the back straight into the bottom turn. It is Karlson and Kylmakorpi for the Panthers. There they go over the line 1 and 2. Third place goes to Travis Mcgowan, but he's even that he's got to work for because he's not guaranteed. He's got to push the machine home. His bike has stopped as well. It's already 5 points to Peterborough. It surely will be 1 to Mcgowan. And, well, if it can go wrong, it's going to go wrong. But here comes Mcgowan pushing that machine over. They're very, very heavy at the best of times. When they're covered in mud and it's wet, they are very heavy. So here he goes, Travis Mcgowan pushing that machine round for the solitary point. And, well, we can tell you Karlson's time 60.6 in the opening heat. And there is Mcgowan taking the third place point right now. So 5-1 to the visitors after the opening heat. Certainly not the sort of start that the Oxford fans would have wanted. We're moving on then to heat number 2. And Tom P Madsen rides in red. Craig Branney is the rider in blue. Craig replaces Christos Padux in this one. Padux is out injured. Henning Bager is the rider in green. Paul Lee in yellow and black. And we know what Bayer can do around his circuit. Seen him here a few times, but Madsen's been in good form as well. Here we go. Green lights on. And away they go. And a charge for the first turn. Oh, and it's Peterborough 1 and 2 again. It is Henning Bager in front, and Paul Lee has gone there with him. So Bayer in front, Lee in second place. Third place there, Madsen. At the back it is Branney. And the visitors on a 5-1 for the second successive heat. And maybe Oxford are wishing that perhaps this one didn't go ahead. So into the bottom turn. There is Henning Bager leading the way. Second place at the moment, Paul Lee, his young partner, vastly inexperienced in compared to the rest of the field. Although Craig Branney, I suppose, very much an Oxford junior, has been around the Premier League for quite a while. But there is the rider in green, Henning Bager. Over the line, he goes for 3. Paul Lee will surely pick up 2. They're on the last lap now. And it's going to be a very comfortable 5-1 to the visitors. And what a start for them, a dream start. I'm sure Trevor Swales is tweaking his eyes to make sure what's happened here. 5 points to 1 to Peterborough, 10 points to 2, 62.3 the winning time. And, well, who would have thought this? 2 points to Oxford, 10 to Peterborough after the opening 2 heats. So we're getting ready then for heat number 3. And Jesper B Jensen and Niels-Kristian Iversen taking on Dryml and Sam Ermolenko. So Ermolenko taking the rider replacement ride for the injured Billy Gennaro. So they're using rider replacement. Gennaro injured in a crash with Jason Bunyan in Germany in the Bundesliga last Sunday. Bunyan got a broken leg. We understand Gennaro has got a bit of hamstring damage. So there they go. And down the back straight into the bottom turn. Niels-Kristian Iversen has made a super start there. It's him in front. Second place at the moment, it is Dryml. Third place in red, it is Jensen. At the back, it is Ermolenko. So around the third and fourth turn, Niels-Kristian Iversen leading the way. Second place still there in the green helmet, it is Dryml on his return to the circuit where he wants grace the Cheetahs race jackets. Third place at the moment, still Jesper B Jensen. Ermolenko giving it a go, but he's in all sorts of problems at the back there. And it looks like he's going to retire out of this one. So the Silver Machine on a 4-2. They go round the bottom turn and head for the flags. And then they go over the line. Iversen, comfortable win there, 60.7. 2 points to Dryml, 1 to Jensen, 4 to Oxford, 2 to Peterborough. And the difference is now 6 points to 12 in favour of the visitors. Well, crowd bearing the weather on the terracing here. As referee Chris Durno, the man in charge tonight. As we get ready for heat number 4, Stefan Andersson, signed from Eastbourne, he rides in red. P Madsen is in blue. Ermolenko out in green. Paul Lee in yellow and black. Andersson been out the sport for quite a while over in the UK. Here we go. Oh, and it's a very interesting start as he hit the first turn. It is Andersson who's gone in front. So Stefan Andersson in front. Second place, Ermolenko. Third place in blue, it is Madsen. At the back, it is Paul Lee. It's a little bit more like it. And Ermolenko chasing hard after the Swede. So round the first and second turn, down the back straight. Stefan Andersson in front for the Silver Machine. Very popular in his days with Eastbourne. And certainly popular up at King's Lynn, except when he returned to Eastbourne. And that meeting certainly packed a punch. But there he is in front. Still in second place at the moment, Ermolenko. So the Silver Machine on a 4-2. Not too much excitement as far as racing goes in this one. So down the bottom turn. There they go. Andersson wins it, 3 to him, 2 points to Ermolenko, and 1 point there goes to the rider in blue. And that is P Madsen. 4 to the Silver Machine, 2 to the Panthers, 10-14, 61.2, that winning time. So here we go then, the riders getting ready for heat number 5. Jesper B Jensen, Niels-Kristian Iversen, Peter Karlson and Jonas Kylmakorpi. Remember, they took a 5-1 in the opening heat. Rather fortuitous it may have been, but they certainly got it. Kylmakorpi, of course, signed from Eastbourne. Karlson signed from Wolverhampton. Ermolenko signed from Wolverhampton. Gennaro from Coventry. Dryml remained at the club. And Paul Lee comes in. Henning Bager also remained at the club. Lots of changes in the Peterborough camp. And as they go down the back straight, it's Niels-Kristian Iversen leading the way from Karlson there in second place. Karlson going very, very wide, locks up. And Kylmakorpi goes through. Karlson goes to the back because Jensen has gone through into third place. So once again, the Silver Machine clawing back the points towards the Panthers. Iversen looking very impressive. He's in front. He doesn't mind the wet track. Second place there, Kylmakorpi. Third place, Jensen. At the back, it is Karlson. So into the bottom turn. Rider in blue is surely going to get 3 more points. There he goes. Kylmakorpi still in second place. There is Jensen. And it's going to be another 4-2. And this will pull it back to just 2. So there is Niels-Kristian Iversen making it win number 2 for him. And win number 3 for the home side, who take that one 4 points to 2, now 14 points to 16, 61.3, the winning time for Niels-Kristian Iversen. And well, the man there looking for his lifeboat as we get ready for heat number 6 with Greg Hancock in red, Travis Mcgowan in blue, Sam Ermolenko is in green, Henning Bager is the rider in yellow and black. That's how they line up then for heat number 6. So Hancock and Mcgowan conceded a 5-1 first time out. What will they do against Ermolenko and Bager? And away they go. We're going to find out. So they hit the first turn. It's Ermolenko who's made a super start, and Henning Bager's gone with him. Hancock now comes through into third place. Mcgowan is at the back, but it's Peterborough 1 and 2. So Sam Ermolenko, the 93 world champion, in front. Henning Bager in second place. Hancock, I think he was a 96 world champion. He's in third place. But there is Sudden Sam leading the way. The oldest man in British Speedway, still riding and looking very, very good. Henning Bager there in second place. Hancock in third place. Mcgowan is at the back. And, well, having done all the hard work getting himself back in it, they look like they're going to concede a 5-1 straight away. So round that first and second turn, down the back straight. Sam Ermolenko leading the way from Henning Bager. And Ermolenko wins by the proverbial mile, but a super second place there for Bager. Third place Hancock. At the back it is Mcgowan. It's 1 to Oxford. It's 5 to Peterborough. 15-21 the scores after 6 heats. And at the moment things looking pretty good for the visitors. So move on then to heat number 7. Stefan Andersson rides in red. Craig Branney is in blue. Dryml is the rider in green. And Jonas Kylmakorpi is the rider in yellow and black. That's how they line up then for heat number 7. Andersson had a good win first time out. Branney so far hasn't scored. Dryml had a second place. Kylmakorpi takes the rider replacement ride. He's looked impressive so far. And into the first turn he's looking impressive again, because out in front it is his partner, and that is Dryml. And tucked in behind him, Jonas Kylmakorpi. Stefan Andersson in third place. At the back it is Branney, and once again Peterborough on a 5-1. This will be their 4th one in the opening 7 heats, and it will put them back 10 points in front. So round the first and second turn, Dryml is leading the way. Second place at the moment in the yellow helmet, Jonas Kylmakorpi. And a 5-1 to Peterborough here really will rock the socks off of this Oxford side. Third place at the moment it is Andersson. At the back it is Craig Branney. But it is Peterborough who are going to get the 4-5-1. Here they come over the line now. The rider in green wins it. That is Dryml. 3 to him. 2 points go to his partner Jonas Kylmakorpi, and 1 to Andersson. 5-1 to Peterborough. 16-26 they now lead. 60.6. And, well, 10 points between the sides. So we're getting ready then for heat number 8. Travis Mcgowan takes a tactical ride in the black and white hat there. So far he's only picked up 1 point. Interesting one there. P Madsen is in blue. Jonas Kylmakorpi is the rider in green. And Henning Bager gets a reserve ride in yellow and black. So that makes it very, very interesting. So here we go then. The riders at the line for heat number 8. The halfway stage of the meeting. Starting marshal gives the signal to the referee, Chris Durno, to release the tapes. That's what he does. Oh, and it's Kylmakorpi and Bager 1 and 2 once again. So Kylmakorpi in front, Henning Bager in second place. Mcgowan maybe on double points, but he's in third place at the moment. He's got a lot of work to do here. Bager shuts the door, but Mcgowan switches up the inside, and he goes through on the inside of Henning Bager. And Bager switches back perfectly. We've got a race on our hands here. But Kylmakorpi still way out in front. Second place there, it is Mcgowan. Remember, he's on double points. Third place, Henning Bager. So if it stays like this, it will be a 4-all, and the Panthers will maintain that 10-point lead. So round the bottom turn, and who would have thought this? Peterborough, they've won at Coventry, they've won at Ipswich in a challenge, and they are 10 points up here at Cowley. So down the back straight, Jonas Kylmakorpi from Travis Mcgowan. Third place at the moment, it is Henning Bager. And there they go, over the line, 4 points apiece, 20 points to 30. The scores on the doors at the moment. And things looking pretty dodgy there for the home side. So let's have a look at the replay of the start here, because it's an interesting one. And there is Kylmakorpi, there's Bager. And Mcgowan chasing hard to go into the bottom turn here. Mcgowan goes out wide. Bager moves over. Mcgowan switches back up the inside. And there he goes through on the inside, but he goes wide himself here. And there goes Henning Bager. And Mcgowan giving it a good old go despite the difficult conditions. So Niels-Kristian Iversen now comes into the black and white hat. He's had 2 race wins, and his points will count double. Jesper B Jensen is his partner. Ermolenko was a winner last time out. He rides in green. In yellow and black it is Paul Lee who replaces Henning Bager. So here we go then. Starting marshal will give the signal to the referee. Green lights on. Bikes are revving and away they go, and it's the rider in black and white, Niels-Kristian Iversen, who's gone in front. So Iversen leading the way. Second place at the moment, it is Ermolenko, and Ermolenko's fallen. Oh my word, he was lucky the others have managed to miss him in difficult conditions. Jensen now in second place. Paul Lee is in third place, and what a comeback race this could be. So Niels-Kristian Iversen, it is in front. Remember, he's on double points. Second place at the moment, Jesper B Jensen, and this would be an 8-1 to the silver machine. So round the bottom turn, and there is Niels-Kristian Iversen looking for his 3rd win, and he get double points for this one, remember. Down the back straight, taking it easy. And this is a vital one for the silver machine. So there they go, over the line on one wheel. Iversen gets 6, 2 to Jensen, 1 to Lee, 8 to Oxford, 1 to Peterborough. Match on, 28-31 the scores, 61.1. Let's have a look at the start of that again. There is Iversen. Ermolenko chasing hard on the inside, tries to move him out. Now watch what happens here, because they hit this turn here. There's Ermolenko going in hard, and he loses that back wheel, and he's lucky. So heat number 10, 10 of 15. Greg Hancock, Travis Mcgowan take on Alice Dryml, and Henning Bager comes out for a reserve ride in this one. Rider replacement ride, in fact, Henning Bager. He's gone pretty well so far. He's on 6 points, paid 7. So here we go, green lights on, and away they go, and this time it is Mcgowan and Hancock who've gone out the start. So Hancock in front, Mcgowan in second place. Third place at the moment, it is Dryml. At the back, it is Henning Bager. And it is Oxford on a 5-1. And if they stay like this, they will go in front for the first time. Quite remarkable comeback this would have been. So into the bottom turn, Greg Hancock in front. Remember, he had engine failure first time out. That conceded a 5-1 with Mcgowan in last position. But at the moment, it is looking good for the silver machine. So Greg Hancock goes into the bottom turn, the skipper of Oxford here. Second place at the moment, Travis Mcgowan. Well, what a time to get a 5-1, having been 10 points down 2 races earlier. They are about to go in front. So there is Greg Hancock. Comfortable enough for him, and 3 points. 2 to Mcgowan, very good second place. Third place Dryml, 5-1, 33-32. We've got just 5 heats remaining, and at the moment things looking pretty interesting. So straight into heat number 11, Stefan Andersson and Craig Branney. Branney taking a reserve ride in this one. Take on Peter Karlson and Jonas Kylmakorpi. So here we go, green lights on, and away they go, and into the first turn. Good start there for Stefan Andersson. Andersson has gone in front, but coming right round the outside of him and taking over the lead is Peter Karlson. So Karlson it is in front. Second place Andersson, who made such a good start. Third place there In yellow and black, it is Kylmakorpi. And Peterborough are on the verge of going back in front. Round that first and second turn. And leading the way, Peter Karlson. Very popular Swede. Still got his West Midland accent. Second place at the moment is Stefan Andersson. And third place, it is Kylmakorpi, who's had an exceptional meeting so far. So Peterborough on a 4-2, and this will put them back in front by a solitary point. So round the final two turns, and Kylmakorpi really giving it a go after Andersson there, but he gets into trouble. He doesn't quite make it. It's a win for Karlson. Second place Andersson, third place Kylmakorpi, 2 points to 4, 35 to Oxford, 36 to Peterborough now with 4 to go. Heat number 12, Jesper B Jensen rides in red. P Madsen is in blue. Dryml is the rider in green. Henning Bager, the rider in yellow and black. That's how they line up then for this heat. Heat number 12, 35, 36. And I've got a feeling that Peterborough might fancy their chances getting something out of this one. Jensen so far, 4 paid 5, 3 starts. Green light is on, and away they go, and into the first turn it is Dryml who has made a super start. Dryml in front, here comes Jensen up the inside. Jensen takes over the lead. Dryml now in second place, Henning Bager in third place. At the back it is P Madsen. And well, we're on a shared heat, and Madsen putting Henning Bager under pressure for that last place point. Round the bottom turn, Jesper B Jensen choosing the right time to come good. Still in second place at the moment, it is Dryml. Third place there, Henning Bager. Madsen at the back, not in the best of meetings, it must be said. And well, we're looking at a shared heat. We haven't had a shared heat since the meeting started, so this will be the first one. Here we are in heat number 12. It shows what a topsy-turvy meeting is. Of course, we had a 4-4 with a double ride come in back in heat number 8. But the conventional 3-3, that is the first one. Win for Jesper B Jensen, 38.39, 61.2, the winning time, 3 to go, and a lot to race for. So heat number 13, Greg Hancock and Stefan Andersson against Peter Karlson and Sam Ermolenko. It's a very interesting looking lineup here. Of course, Hancock was a winner last time out. So here we go, Hancock off gate number 2, Stefan Andersson on the outside gate, and away they go. And oh, it's a bad start for Andersson. In fact, he hasn't got off the line, his machine has stopped. But out in front, the rider in yellow, Ermolenko going wide, and he's down. Ermolenko a faller, but he's back on his machine. The race continues, and it is Hancock in front. So Greg Hancock leading the way. Second place at the moment, Peter Karlson. Ermolenko back on that machine, a long way behind. But that point could be vital, and will in fact keep his team in front. There is Andersson on the centre there, sorting out his machine. So round the bottom turn, Greg Hancock it is, leading the way for the silver machine. And he picked up 1 point from his first 2 rides. Machine problems in that first one. So down the back straight, Greg Hancock, the skipper of the silver machine, keeping his team right there in the hunt. Karlson takes second place, and third place will eventually go to Sam Ermolenko. There he is over the line, having remounted. 3 points apiece, 41-42. Really couldn't be any tighter, other than being level. So Greg Hancock there goes to check on Stefan Andersson, or does he? I think he's going to offer him a lift back. And there is Stefan Andersson getting a lift back to the pits, and leaving his machine to be taken there by the track people. It seems like a good idea to me. So the penultimate heat, heat number 14, riding in red, Niels-Kristian Iversen. In blue, P Madsen. in green, it is Alice Dryml taking the rider replacement ride. In yellow and black, reserve ride for Henning Bager. So Henning Bager gets a reserve ride. He's on 7, paid 9 at the moment. What can he do in this one here? Here we go. Green lights on and away they go. Oh, it's a very interesting one. But it is Iversen who has gone in front. Currently still unbeaten by a visiting rider. Niels-Kristian Iversen leading the way. And all sorts of problems up the back there. And he's getting my word. It's getting awfully close. Henning Bager from Dryml. And Madsen is in last place at the moment. And the riders all over the place. So around the bottom turn, Madsen will now try the outside. In fact, he's hit the back of Dryml. And that really is a nasty looking crash. Alarming looking spill there on the third turn. And no doubt about it, Madsen hit the back of him. And we wait for the referee's decision on that one. The race, in fact, has been awarded. We can tell you that. And awarded as a win to Niels-Kristian Iversen. Second place, Henning Bager. And third place, Alice Dryml. Let's have another look, see exactly what happened here. There is Madsen going in. And there it is. Oh, he catches the back of him. The throttle goes open. That really is a case of thank God for the air fence. So, 3 points apiece. 44-45. We're glad to say all the riders are back up on their feet. We've got one heat remaining. And at the moment, the visitors in front by 1 point. 44-45. It's been tremendous. So here we go. Heat number 15. Greg Hancock rides in red. Niels-Kristian Iversen in blue. Iversen unbeaten. Peter Karlson has had 2 race wins. He's in green. Jonas Kylmakorpi has had a race win, 2 paid wins as well. He's in yellow and black. A shared heat will be enough to take the points up to the East of England showground. Heat advantage of any sort to the home side and they will win. So here we go. And away they go. And into the first turn. It's a super start there for Iversen. Iversen in front. Hancock comes round the curb. It's Oxford 1 and 2. So Niels-Kristian Iversen leading. Hancock in second place. Karlson is in third place. Kylmakorpi at the back. And Oxford, if they finish with a 5-1, will snatch defeat from the jaws of the Panthers and turn it round into a narrow win. So Niels-Kristian Iversen, what a night he's had so far. He's heading for a maximum. Hancock tucked in behind him. Third place it is Karlson. Kylmakorpi looks like he's retired at the back. So around that first and second turn, down the back straight, out in front, it is Niels-Kristian Iversen heading for the big 18-point maximum. And there he goes. Hancock takes second place. Oxford have snatched it right at the death. 5 points to 1. 49-46. Who would have put their money on it after heat number 8 when it was 20 points to 30 in favour of the visitors? And I'm sure Trevor Swales is pulling his hair out wondering exactly how they managed to lose it. Amazing Speedway, very difficult conditions, but a win for the Silver Machine. Let's give you the scores. Peter Karlson for Panthers scored 9. Jonas Kylmakorpi 10 and 2. Alice Dryml 9 and 1. Rider replacement for Gennaro. Sam Ermolenko 6 and 1. Henning Bager 9 and 2. Paul Lee 3 and 1. Total of 46 there for Peterborough. Let's have a look at the Silver Machine. Greg Hancock 9 and 1. Travis Mcgowan 7 and 1. Jesper B Jensen 7 and 1. Niels-Kristian Iversen 18. Stefan Andersson 6. Tom P Madsen 2. Craig Branney failed to score. Total of 49. Victory for the home side by 49-46. Well, time now for celebrations for Niels-Kristian Iversen. He gets the bumps, and very shortly we will go to the press conference where we hope to have Niels-Kristian Iversen, Stefan Andersson and Nigel Wagstaff. But from me, Ken Burnett, it's time to say cheerio.
Okay, let's start the press conference. It's been a difficult week, Nigel Wagstaff, promoter, because you started off with having to give some bad news to Lucas Dryml.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been fairly well documented in the Speedway Star, and I'm sure it's found its way into the local paper that, you know, whatever the sport, when you have to, in your opinion, do what I did is very difficult. And we all know that with Speedway riders, especially Speedway riders, because of what they do and how they respond to people, we get attached to them. And you know, I would reiterate again, it's nothing that Lucas could do to help. He was just in a position that, you know, the further it went down the road, maybe the more of a difficult position he found himself in. And you know, for Speedway riders to be competitive, then so much is starts and confidence and riding with aggression. And you know, unfortunately, it wasn't quite working. But I've said to Lucas, we had a you know, quite a long chat over it, and you know, I think hopefully I've done it in the right way, that the door is open. If he can sort of recapture the form that, you know, we all know and love, then the door is always open.
So can we clarify, he hasn't really been sacked, it's merely that for the interests of the club you had to make changes?
Well, yes, and also I think for Lucas as well, because you know, the more you struggle, then we all know pressure comes from the terraces. You know, if I don't deliver, then people will say, well, you know, what are you doing, Waggy? And equally, they get on riders' back sometimes. You know, winning's great, and you know, losing's not so good. And you know, if you allow things to go on, whether it's the team or riders, sometimes it's hard to get out of it.
Would you say the team is right at the moment, or would you say there are still some problems, particularly in the reserve area, that you need to look at?
Yeah, I mean, I think most people realise we're probably running about 2 points below where we could be and should be. I couldn't really do much about it this week, although there are another couple of options. But you know, it's no good having a Conference League team and advocating that one day you want some of the best riders in the country riding for us, British riders, if you don't give them an opportunity. And you know, I felt maybe tonight, and maybe on a different night with the track different, maybe it would have been easier for Craig, and maybe, you know, it's all ifs and buts. Maybe, you know, if Craig hadn't have had his problems, maybe if we hadn't have had 2 5-1s in the first 2 heats, it would have been easier for Craig, and the whole thing would have been easier. But, you know, what you saw tonight is, you know, my commitment to youth with British riders, and also people like Steph and Jesper, who have just come to the club. You know, they dug in deep. And, you know, when you go as far behind as we did, and we had to try and get that back.
Well, can I actually come in there? Oxford were actually 8 points behind by the second heat. What was going through your mind?
Not too much, because we hadn't done a lot wrong. You know, I mean, you know, we would have had a 3-all in the first heat. I was a little bit concerned about Trav, because...
I mean, Travis and Mcgowan and Greg Hancock didn't look right.
No, they didn't. And, you know, it makes it so much harder on a night like this, which, you know, it is a bit of a leveller when, you know, the 1 and 2 pairing, or the 1 and 2 riding pairing, you know, which is rides together for 3 of the heats, which is so successful. You know, when you see him go out in heat 1 and look very, very ordinary, you fear a little bit for later on. But you know, Greg's one of the most experienced riders around, and you know that if he can put it right, he will put it right. You know, if he's got to jump on another bike, and you know that even Trav might be struggling, you know you can chuck him in E8 and he'll do whatever he can for you, and you have to believe in those situations.
We'll talk about the meeting in a moment, but one question that the fans would like to know, and so would I, the meeting with Bellevue next week, now that's been changed at very late notice. A number of factors behind that. How do you feel about that, Nigel?
It's a bit difficult for me to really categorise it too much, other than the fact that I know there was a delay in telling this club that we were no longer on television next Monday. And I was told that one of the reasons is that we were uncompetitive. And maybe, you know, in the eyes of Sky, with no Billy and riders coming into the club, maybe they're a little bit concerned. There has been some quite heavy reversals, and the way teams have struggled at some good home tracks. And I guess you could argue that Bellevue are currently maybe the top of the tree, and we may have struggled. But, you know, I know for a fact that that fixture had been changed maybe 3 weeks ago.
So that's of concern, isn't it? Because it means that satellite television is controlling the fixture list.
Well, I guess those who, you know, pay the money, you know, and all the tune and everything goes with it. But in some ways, you know, I looked at the situation and thought, well, maybe a home meeting tonight followed by another home meeting may be better for the club. But, you know, what we all have to be aware of is that, you know, riders book flights, whether I book them or somebody else books them, 4, 5, 6 weeks maybe in advance, so that they can, you know, they're not paying absolute fortunes to come and ride. And then to have that cancelled, you know, somebody like, let's say Greg, for instance, if he's in Poland, he's got a flight from Poland to Manchester and Sweden, he's now cancelled that. And I was very vociferous in my views that I wasn't just going to go and take another booking at Bellevue the following week just because it suited some people. And sometimes you have to stand up for your beliefs.
We'll come back to you in a moment, Nigel, to talk about the meeting, but time to catch up with the star of the night, Niels-Kristian Iversen. Congratulations, P Madsen. For a long time, Nigel Wagstaff's been saying you're going to go through the card. Not only did you go through the card, but of course you had the pressure of the tactical ride. You were in superb form this evening. What do you put that down to, Niels?
Better gating. First of all, it's a lot easier when you can do it from the gate and not do it from behind.
Did you feel the pressure because obviously Greg Hancock was not at his best tonight until later on in the meeting, riding with Travis Mcgowan, that wasn't going well. So without you, Oxford really couldn't have won this meeting.
I mean, it's the same today as in all the other meetings. I mean, you have to do the job every time, and I try to do my best every time, and today it just clicked for me.
Take us through the pressure on you, Heat 9, the turning point in the whole meeting.
Heat 9.
That's one you won and got 6 points for.
Oh, yeah, sure. It was a tactical.
I mean, that's the same as in all the other heats. I made the gate and see you.
Well, Oxford expect you to do this every week.
I mean, I will try to do my best all the time, and sometimes it works and sometimes it worked not so good, and today it just went good.
Okay, let's catch up with Stefan Andersson, who made a superb debut tonight with a win in your first outing. Stefan Andersson, you've been out of British Speedway for a few years. How happy are you to be at Oxford?
First of all, I'm very happy to be back in England, and when Waggy phoned me, it wasn't much to think about really. I more or less said yes straight away, so I'm really happy to be back in England, and especially here in Oxford.
What have you been doing the few years that you've been out of the Elite League?
Well, I mean, I've been doing England for 10 years, and then I was quite fed up with the travelling, to be honest. I've got 2 kids at home, and I just felt I want to stay home and spend some time with the family. And but now, I think it's 3 years back since I've been here. But now I really want to go for it again, and I had the motivation. I think you need the motivation to do a good job, and now I've got that. So I feel really happy to be back.
Apart from your riding, you're best known for a certain incident in the pits a few years back. All the fans remember that. Can you remind us of that?
Well, it's nothing. I mean, everyone knows Martin Dugard, so it's nothing to say about it really. It happens. He knocked me down, and that's it.
Who was that who knocked you down?
I think his name is Dugard.
But we can hope that it'll be peaceful in the pits here at Oxford with you, and you'll be part of the winning side.
Yeah, I mean, it's really great to come back to the first meeting. You have the win. I mean, it was a bit hard for me. I think it's going to take me a few matches to get back in the seat, you know, to do a good job. And it's a bit sad that we have the whole week to the next match here. But I'm going to go back home and come back next Thursday and try to do a better job than I did today.
So you're going to fly back to Sweden now and then fly back in for next Thursday's meeting?
Yeah, actually I took the bikes over with the van, and I'm going back with everything, like with some stuff tomorrow, and then fly back again because I have a meeting in Poland and a press day with my Swedish club on Tuesday, so I really need to get back. But I'm going to come ready for next Thursday.
Okay, Nigel Wagstaff, let's go through this meeting because it was looking very grim at one point, and the lead changed several times. What was your feelings then after those opening 2 heats?
Well, you don't give up a meeting after 2 heats, that's for certain. But you don't want to be 10-2 down if you can help it. You know, we chipped away, and then one particular heat went against us. But I think it was important that, in actual fact, maybe the rain and the track helped because we didn't have an interval, we didn't have a break, and we kept the momentum going, which I think is important. And I was quite confident the way Niels-Kristian was going, without being blasé. I didn't think he would be beaten all night. And that Greg's going to come back. He's not going to falter all meeting. And as I said previously, Jesper dug in for he got some important 3rd places early on, and his riding became more confident, quite aggressive, and he chipped in and got some good scores at the end of the meeting. And Steph started off particularly well, and he's scored points that have been critical in us winning this meeting. And you have to say that Craig didn't score, but you know, what happened today, you know, you can't go down the shop and buy that. You know, if he could bottle it, or I could bottle it, you know, for a young kid of that age and sell that, I'd make a fortune. So everybody's took something out of it, but most of all, you know, I have to thank the people at this club who've managed to get this meeting on.
Heat 7, Oxford were 10 points behind. What was going through your mind?
Well, like I've always said, you know, I'm confident that, you know, I put Tom off favourable gate and chucked Travis in, and I believe in, you know, things weren't right for him tonight. I think that was evident, but I believed in him, and I knew that, you know, if it didn't quite work, I got Niels-Kristian who was flying, and I was fairly confident. You know, it's easy to sit here and say it now, but I was fairly confident that, you know, the end of the meeting we'd get strong and win it.
By heat 10, Oxford were ahead by that 1 point.
Yeah, which reversed, didn't it? Went the other way. You can only trust your riders, and you know, 2 riders have come to the club to particularly stabilise it at the minute, and I think they're probably the reason we've done it.
And then the pressure was on. You had to at least draw the penultimate heat.
Yes, yeah, but there again, you know, when riders are going as well as that, you trust in your riders to do it.
Well, let's look ahead to next Thursday. Take us through the prospects for this side.
Well, you know, tonight was hard because of the track and everything else and the situation, and the side will only get stronger. That's a certainty. And you know, I'd like to think that maybe we have another rider in at number 7 just to, you know, just to bolster it a little bit. And I'm confident, you know, Steph will improve, Jesper will improve. You know, we saw Greg and Trav struggling for different reasons. You know, I'm quite confident.
Any names?
You probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it, nor would I.
Well, on that note, thank you very much, Nigel Wagstaff. That concludes the press conference.